hold up, hold up, hold up. What is happening, pal? No, no, we're gonna fix that. Not only do I like that song, my headphones is not sounding like they top notch quality. Hold on. Hold on. Already gotta do troubleshooting. This stream literally just started. That don't make no goddamn sense. No, sir. No, I know. Hold on, hold on. Disconnect these joints. Disconnect. Okay. Hit me with the boot up again. Okay. Let's try this again. Cause I like that's no. That's a no no. Play it. There it is. There it is. Oh, you want some chunky? Okay. Now y'all can have an intro. Monster. where I would normally come in this bitch and be like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome back. I hope your weekend's been great. Blah, 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 yada, yada. I'm not going to give you that spiel because I shit you not. I have no fucking idea as to why. I have no fucking idea as to why. Buddy came in, and you know what? Maybe I'm going to stop giving him sweet treats. Maybe. Maybe. No more sweet treats for the chunk. Because I gave a motherfucker a little piece of my fucking donut. He went in there, I'm assuming, grabbing him something to eat. I'm going to take a rough guess of this. Actually, fuck the dimensions. It's a small ass place. Buddy had to go from this room where I'm sitting right now to the kitchen. To the kitchen, not even the kitchen, the fucking dining area to get him something to eat. Then proceeds to come back this way. I looked Mr. Chunk's way. And no shit. Watch this motherfucker gag in real time and toss up whatever the fuck he just got done eating. Matter of fact, ain't no solids in that bitch. I need to make sure first. No more sweet treats. No more sweet treats. Cause now I gotta clean this shit up. Like literally, right before the fucking song was ending, he fucking threw up. Now I gotta go clean this shit while listening to fucking Sade yearn and shit. What the fuck, man? Why? First of all, are you okay? Are you good? Other than the fact that you like to scarf your food down. Literally, right before I was about to press I watched this motherfucker go. Like, I couldn't hear him. But visually, I heard him. Visually, I heard this motherfucker. So I had my headphones in. I just see. And. Like, what? What? Give me a hot second. The chunk, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta go clean his shit. His throw up. Not his literal. I gotta clean his shit, but it's not his. Why the fuck am I explaining shit to y'all? Do y'all like my Karomi shit? Yo, how fucking cute is she? Bitch, what was crazy about this is I wanted a fucking a sweater like this. Literally, just like this one, right? And I go thrifting the other day. This bitch was staring at me when I walked through this door. This shit, I said, how fucking convenient is that? I put that shit on. I was just standing there thinking to myself, I was like, holy shit, like, look how fucking cute she is. Look how fucking cute she is. Then hold up. Sporting a fucking, hold on. God damn it, hold on. How you do this shit? What the fuck is it? This stuff fit. It's like I hit one of the Beyonce's. The fuck we talking about, huh? Look at her. Look at her. I gotta have a positive note after just watching my son, like, throw up on my fucking fan. Give me a hot second. Give me a hot second. No more sweet. If that's what's causing you to talk about. Holy shit! Mr. John! Buddy, are you cool? What the fuck? God damn! No more sweet treats. No, we're not doing it.
thinking it's only one fucking spot. He probably came in here to throw up to tell me about the other goddamn spot. This motherfucker, he tossed up in front of the goddamn bed. He tossed up in front of the fucking in the kitchens. Quite literally, I was ready to put go live on the, or I didn't push go live. I was ready to push goddamn the shit for the game to come back in and show a damn slide for the game. And I'm watching him throw up, and now it's just a concession of shit. Throw up. But his shit. Yeah, fucking second. Excuse me, sir. Good God. No more. Not my friend. No more. I don't care how dull eyes you get. I be sitting here thinking I'm like trying to be an alright, cool, hip dad and share my shit with you. No, sir. If this is the price we paying, let me stop being. Yeah. Real. Damn, dude.
Alright. Let's hope we don't have any more accidents tonight. I do think it is Mensa's time. Is it time for the School of Menses? The lecture building. Yes. Yes. If I see Patches, he's gone. I don't even want to hear what he has to say. Patches in every game, including Elden Ring, deserves nothing but the end of a blade. He is, for some reason, despicable in every iteration that he has. It's unforgivable. Me personally. I'm sure others find Patches charming. I don't. Patches is a piece of shit that at every turn, for some reason, tries to get you wrecked. No, you're dumb, pal. You're a dumb pal.
Ooh. Hunt the Great Ones. Hunt the Great Ones. They had to write it twice just to make sure that you knew that's what they were all about. Or at least whoever wrote this knows. Ooh. The fuck? Oh. The nameless moon presence, beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. Pale blood. Could it be that this moon presence is the pale blood that our mysterious foreign character is seeking? What is happening here? Three third chords. Dude, I outside of me just like trying to immerse myself in this story, what kind of data mining / like literally just putting all of the like minute shit that they don't tell you? What I'm trying to say is there's no way that the motherfuckers who make the wiki and the motherfuckers who make the YouTube videos don't somehow have a fucking connection to the motherfuckers who play this shit. Cause how the fuck are you how are you reading such a grand goddamn story that's not your own? That's unanimous, like, hey, this is what the fuck is happening. Everybody's off of just 3/3 chords. Excuse me, sir, what? How did we go from, like, quite literally werewolves, beastmen, and vampires to 3/3 chords? You got cage-faced like tentacle monsters hanging from buildings, and you want me to get a story out of 3/3 chords off of already like whatever the fuck? You good, Chunky? You know what? Give me a hot second. Let me get your bed back. Give me a hot second. I can do that.
Probably a good thing to do. I'm worried about you. Oh, there he is. You're done, pal. Oh, I thought I wasn't gonna be able to grab it for a hot second. I'm about to be like, you cheeky bitch. And of course, the door down here is now open. Communion? Is this a new one? No, we've already had it. You didn't even come in here, buddy. As usual, have yourself a seat. Just do you think, buddy? This is where the game gets nuts. Join me as we enter into the realm where they found the first great one. Or at least one of the first. If I'm actually remembering correctly, I believe Kaz, or as some would say, Kazum, was the first great one they found, which is why the whole DLC is a thing. However, details. We'll get there at a later time. Just for now, that is what we need to get to. I do hope that if you are watching this, whether you're super bi or appreciating the VOD and you have arachnophobia, now is the time to back the fuck out of this stream. I'm being respectful, of course. I'm not exaggerating at all. Unfortunately, this isn't an updated game, so it does not have a slider for those with the phobia. To be fair, even if there was a slider, I wouldn't use it because I don't mind spiders. I mean, it sucks to have to fight them in games instead of somehow like fusing with them or like gaining their shit. But I mean, if I see them, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I should turn this off. Like, get back. These things, these little, I don't even know what to call them. Look at how much damage these buggers do. Get out of here. You, hey, no, 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 sir. Damn, dude, y'all really updated this because I don't remember them ever just throwing bloodstone chunks at us. Well, I'm not bitching either. Look at that. We'd have to grind the fuck out of the damn the dungeons to get this shit. I appreciate it. Big up to whoever made that decision or that mod. What is this strange light that emanates from the castle? I need to stock up on sedatives. I gotta go bug Granny. Hold on. We gotta go back. Actually, wouldn't it be wise to like venture back to some of the other characters, see what's going on? Let's do what we were gonna do first. Let's do what we were going to do first, and then ponder on how the madness has taken all of the all of the citizens of Yharnam. Oh, it's happening. Yeah, we do need to do that. Hold on. The night has driven her so mad. She not only thinks that we're her daughter, she thinks that she is like, and well, she thinks she's like able enough. I'm so glad you're nice enough to entertain her. After how rude she was to me, like you in the beginning, I wouldn't fuck with her. I wouldn't fuck with her. You're more forgiving than I am. Anywho, this woman thinks she didn't even think anything about the knife. She's about to casually go to her house and grab us some more sedatives, thinking shit's sweet. Oh, well, she gave us some. She has to go get some now. Oh, damn. No, she's just tossing them at us. You are so nice. Oh, this is what she goes out.
I did pass the sedative. Where is it? I must see it. Sedatives. We have 10. I don't know if 10. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if 10's gonna cut it. And what sucks, if I'm not mistaken, Granny there is the only place that you can get sedatives. Let me check. Let me double check that. Unless I can purchase them using Insight, which always sucks. No. Oh, Granny is the only place to get them? Damn, lady. Let me reset this. I know if it resets, she leaves and then comes back. I don't want to progress too far without getting all the tidbits of the story that I want to progress. Well, we got the goddamn music bumping in the ground. Background. Yeah, she gone. Hold on, just wait a bit, a wee bit, my dearie. She left us. She was so kind to leave us a note. That's how mad she is. She forgot that she cussed us straight the fuck out. Called us all kind of names. Told us that we were the reason for Yarnum's downfall. And you sweet soul, you dare sit down in front of her? Dude, the patience of a saint. What the fuck? Look at this shit. She went back to her house after all of this is willingly, well, not willingly, because we kind of like destroyed Rom, which fucked the veil. But after seeing all this, it's like she don't give a fuck. Oh, let me get back to it. Items. No, I need to reset. I wish instead of going back, I mean, there's no point in wishing for that. It's just like a quick fix. But it would have been nice if there was like reset world button instead of having to traverse to another lamppost and then coming back to this one. Convenience, quality of life. But it literally isn't important. What's important is finding out what's happening within this dream. And cleaning my mess from last night. Not that I left too big of a mess. And you still ain't back? Not that I made too big of a mess, but all of my dishes clean up. I gotta fix that. What if I travel to another world and then come back to this one? Oh, she made it back. Now, she may have been a dick, but I'm not going to send her back out there. Because technically, to advance the... I mean, just her story, which it doesn't do anything but give us, like, more sedatives, which... I'm gonna be real and say I don't think we need. We got like 10 with 3 stored. I'm gonna say we have a good amount for what we're getting ready to face. As long as I keep on my P's and Q's, considering I've played this before. If I really wanted to be a dick, I can send her back out there and have her like literally have her end herself to the nightmare. But she only curses out. I don't think she's like, and she's obviously derailed as fuck. She went from cursing out a complete stranger and blaming them for everything that's happening in Yarnum to being like, "Oh dearie, I'm gonna go get you some more sedatives because you need to ease your mind." She's like, "Dearie, are you worried about those mean old bugs that are sitting on top of the chapel? Oh honey, I have the good shit. Let me hook you." She's derailed as fuck. I think, lady, you are in a cabinet of your own personal hell that satisfies whatever the fuck that irked me about you, like literally telling us off when we first got here. I'm gonna leave you the fuck alone. I don't want to advance this lady's story because she literally gives nothing but sedatives, and half the time I'm gonna be real. A lot of the items in this game, in particular, doesn't fucking work. I mean, they work, but they don't, like, they have no real fucking effects. Like the blue elixir. This shit is like very questionable. Lead elixir is actually really powerful, especially for invaders. Sedatives can be helpful in certain areas, but when your resistance to it, based on what your build is or what you're wearing, is low, it makes it like, it renders it ridiculous. And my frenzy, yeah, my frenzy is like really shit right now. So I could throw on some shit to raise it. Raise a frenzy resistance, yeah. Like the Yargul set, I could throw that on, but or the Night Scarf. So I'm not gonna do it, lady. I'm not gonna do it. Not even in a video game. Now, if you would have like been like Patches, I would have let your happy ass walk all up under that motherfucker. Get snatched up if you want to. We shall move on though. Let's grind. I think I want to grind. I think I want to grind. That way I can properly visit all of the other people and places and things that we visited and have more of the story open up. What's also crazy is that we only see Gehrman twice in the whole fucking game. I think 3 times he pops up. Once in the beginning of the game, and only depending on how far you advance in the game. Once you get past a certain point, I think once you get to the Forbidden Wood, he stops showing up in the Hunter's Dream. Then we see him back here, where he's having what sounds to be like one of the worst nightmares a man of his stature could have. And then we see him at the end of the game. Regardless of what your choice is on what to do at the end of the game. And then the doll, she has a story, but it doesn't expand far beyond, hey, here's the workshop, and in the real world they made a doll just like this one. It was for comfort and things that Gehrman mentioned that I don't even want to apply, but I have no choice but to assume that's what they were using it for. So the doll didn't really have a story, unfortunately, but she's a nice, like, she entertains well when we do silly shit. She'll do like that, and then she'll hold on. No, go back. I was trying to get a reaction out. How do you do your clap thing? Nope. Hold on. There it is. No, you don't clap anymore? She used to clap. Maybe it's like randomized. But there's the bow. Nope. There it is. There it is. She's a good sport. I don't even think that's not even a right. She's like emotional support. I think that's the proper term. Emotional support in an otherwise very dreary and drab world. Very dreary, very drab. Yeah, let's go back. I might periodically be up and out just because I don't. I want to at least get the dishes clean. I don't want to leave the shit like that. Oh, we can't even talk at this door anymore. Yosefka's no longer, or Yosefka is no longer answering. Oh, buddy, I thought it was about to freeze. I'm about to be like, off what? That would have been so upsetting. But we move on. Sincerely though, I was just thinking, like, how do the people who figure out what you're supposed to do with specific items at specific times or even places in this game, like how you figure that out without knowing? How are you, other than data miners, other than like having the inside scoop, if you're just a normal Joe Schmo, how the fuck are you able to figure out that you need like a certain set of this or to do a certain thing to get a specific boss? Like, it's nuts. It's wild. Like, this motherfucker Miyazaki literally speaks in broken code. And unless you are him or the people who work with him, like, how are you, what other than data mining, how the fuck are you doing that? Is data mining the only way? I have questions, pal. I have questions, but this game offers only secrets. There's some story bits I don't want to miss. Is there a threep? There's multiple threeps. Who's talking? Who's talking? Hold on. Give me a second. Let me pop up on the screen. Oh, I got my shit changed. Hold on. I genuinely don't give out my Discord like that. One, two, if you're asking me to like make shit so I can buy something from you, that's a big ass no. I'm good though. I appreciate that. If you're not a bot, if you're not a bot, then I like genuinely appreciate the offer. I'm good. I'm good. If you're not a bot, usually when I get that, when I get the, let me see, let me check, yeah. Let me check, not like that. Let me see what's going on here. What's happening? Yeah, no, pal, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. What was it doing? Right, exposition a la Bloodborne. A la Bloodborne.
I'm getting ready to reveal some story bits, Chunk. Can you hear it? If you listen ever so slightly, you'll hear the very faint, yet angered cries of an infant. Fun fact, if your insight is over a certain amount, or if you've broken the veil by subduing Ram, you'll start to hear these cries. You'll also start to hear the bell beckon. A very unique detail that is integral to the game's lore. Who is this child? Why is it crying? Where does it come from? Would be my question. Because why am I inside of your world? And just by being exposed to shit, involuntarily, I mean, voluntary by the way of me playing the game, but to the character, they're just traversing the world and they just see shit. The further in they go, by involuntary action, so it seems. Like the world just starts doing shit. The world just starts doing shit. That's wild. I wonder what was my thought when I first played this game and heard that shit. What, Miyazaki, what made you, what possessed you to want to enter this type of function into the game where the more shit that we see and discover inside of the game, the more the game blossoms. And when we hear the word blossom, we think of like, oh, something is blooming, something is in spring, things are going to be growing. No, pal. The stuff that blossoms from Miyazaki's mind, where flowers bloom, they bloom like this. All of this shit in Miyazaki's mind blooms like, and then there are spikes and tendrils and crying infants. What could all of this mean? Find out on the next Royal Guard stream. Next time on Royal Guard Street. It reminds me of fucking... Hated hearing that shit at the end of a fucking goddamn Dragon Ball Z episode. Bitch, I done went through all of school. 8 hours of fucking class. I sat there, I goddamn doodle bullshit ass homework. I sit here and deal with these bullshit ass people. And sit here and shit on all these other people because they getting their ass beat at home. And I come home to enjoy some fucking Dragon Ball Z. And you're telling me for 30 minutes... For 30 fucking minutes, I get almost 10 minutes of straight commercials, and y'all just edging the fuck out of your viewers. Why do we need, we're trying to get back to the main shit. Why are we watching Piccolo flex? For 30 fucking minutes. Minus the 10 for the commercials. Both these motherfuckers is just like, it's wild. It's wild. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I don't care who your I don't even give a fuck about it. Big three, anime, Rushmore, whatever the fuck. Bitch, I grew up on DBZ. You're not telling me anything. You're not convincing me of nothing. I don't give a fuck. Oh, well, there's shit out there better. I can't do it. We're just built different. That doesn't mean I gotta shit on your shit. That doesn't mean you gotta shit on my shit. I cannot do it. I tried to sit myself down and watch some JJK. I could not get into JJK. I like watching the people's reactions to fight scenes and shit. I like watching, like, what do you call it? The what do they call it? The analyzing of the fight scenes. And, oh, this guy did this, and they did this, and they did
booty backflip off the moon type thing. And this scales to this. I like watching that shit, but sitting down getting in the show, I couldn't get into it. There wasn't anything particularly wrong with it. A lot of the characters are really charming. Me personally, this is not my shit. It's a different time period. It's a different time period. I grew up in an era where for some reason it was okay for people to write stories about in one scene they're fighting all these mysterious alien ninja monsters, and in the next scene for some reason they're fucking. A whole different bracket of interest was like curated and created out of that shit. Hell of a digress. But you're telling me what's wild is that they knew and felt like for over 30 minutes that we will be entertained by seeing two, like, an alien green dude who apparently doesn't, like, they spit up eggs to reproduce for their own guy, and some android with the best bust down I've ever fucking seen in my life. Anybody have. And they screaming for about another 10 minutes. They fight for 3.5, and we get commercial for almost 10, and that's the whole episode. And they said that's a formula. Wrap that shit up, put it in the show. It's gonna be the best fucking thing. It's gonna be so great that when the creator goddamn, this is why I know y'all bullshitting. Now we gonna digress again. This is why I know y'all bullshitting about that. I see somebody talking about some. Dragon Ball is not in the big three of top 3 anime of all time. I know you bullshitting. Do you want to know Akira Toriyama did something that motherfucking the Bible or Jesus could not do? This motherfucker died and brought the world's community over. I can't confirm if it was true or not because I wasn't there. I only heard rumors about it. I heard what other people put out there. This motherfucker's legacy was so goddamn great. They ended fucking gang wars in honor of this goddamn man's name. To fucking parade around Akira Toriyama. And y'all saying this nigga shit ain't in the big 3? Are we all bugging? Even if it was only for a day. You know we had a day of world peace because Akira Toriyama died and created something that brought all people from all over, regardless of your race, regardless of your border, your creed, or your ideology. If you grew up watching Dragon Ball for that 24 hours period of a time, we were all comrades. We were all fucking friends. We were all amigos. We chopped it up. It didn't fucking matter. What are we talking about? Now at first I was like, no, fuck that conversation. Now I'm like, hold up, somebody really just said like Dragon Ball Z really ain't it. And even if you're like, oh, like it's not my show, like I am with JJK, there's no way you're not saying it is not a legacy contender for the top 3 greatest anime of all time. We're not just talking about flashy shit. We're not just talking about graphics. We're talking about a piece of art that is so goddamn great, it transcends the goofy, superfluous shit that everyone spews on a daily goddamn basis. How does it do that? Do you understand there's motherfuckers that dedicate their lives to sit in one place for so long to obtain things that should otherwise not be obtainable for whatever reason? They spend years, lifetimes trying to get to that point. There's motherfuckers that write think pieces, put shit together to organize people in a certain way to get them to do whatever the fuck that they want to do. And you're telling me this man's legacy was so goddamn great. None of us knew him. We weren't related to him. Hell, we barely even knew what this fuck's like favorite snack was. Not saying fuck. Being extra, of course. Respectfully, Mr. Akira. His legacy was so great. He bought, and everybody said, hey, we bullshitting. Like, how fucking crazy do you understand this man was the closest thing to whatever the fuck it is that y'all been looking for? Get this. Everybody said what's fucking nuts. Everybody sat there and said, hey, you heard Akira Toriyama died, right? Fuck. The guy that created Dragon Ball? Yeah, he passed away. Shut the fuck up. You're lying. No, like, look that shit up. He passed. Are we serious? We're talking about the same guy? Hey, yo, fuck that. The last time I seen or heard some shit like that go down, what was one of the fucking wars? Where it was Christmas And both sides decided to say, hey, yo, it's a holiday for y'all. It's a holiday for us. Can we just chill the fuck out? Can we chill the fuck out? I'm sure, like, none of the people that are actually responsible for this are actually fighting the shit that we're fighting. Can we chill the fuck out for one night? We did that because a guy made a cartoon. Excuse me? Everybody consciously decided, hey, yo, you're bullshitting, I'm bullshitting. We'll probably bullshit tomorrow, but right now, we honor this motherfucker. Across all nations. How wild. And y'all got the goal to think that it's not top 3 contender worthy for best anime of all time when this motherfucker came down and pulled a Jesus for 24 hours by leaving the earth. By leaving the earth. Holy shit. Yo, is the clock tower in here connected to the time that it's actually in your place yet? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Maybe I'm bullshitting. Next time it goes off, I'm going to yap for some more. And then next time it goes off, I'm going to count the bells. If it matches up, Miyazaki is unmatched. Unmatched. Anywho, big ass digress from the big digress. All of that to say, somehow not only did this man figure out how to play Jesus for a day without even actually pushing anything other than big burly dudes, half naked, big beam blasts, fight each other for no fucking reason at all. And everybody acknowledges he's the greatest of all time. He's the greatest of all time. He decided, hey, the formula is show comes intro, because shit. Then you got to do the intro, so you got intro, probably about 2 minutes, maybe 3. Nowadays, it's longer than that. You got a whole goddamn song in there. You ain't cut the shit. You got the intro. Come in. Tell the story. Climax their story right at the very beginning. Hold on. Back to you after these messages. Cornflakes. Corn Puffs. Toys R Us. Video game commercial. Commercial about the show that you're actually watching. Cut back in. Action's happening. Have them talk with only 1 minute of action. Exposition. Wait a minute. You about to fire that beam? Fuck that. Turn to commercial. Hold on. Commercial about the other channel that shows cartoon, but for some reason dares not show the cartoon that you're watching right now, but you're still gonna go watch it after this is over. Cartoon about the movie. Or no, hold on. Commercial about the movie of the cartoon television station that's not playing the show that you're watching right now. More cereal promotion. Legos. Back to the show. Peak after the peak. 2 beings are screaming. They're screaming. They're screaming. Make them scream louder. Matter of fact, I want you to make them scream so loud that the voice actor in the studio actually bleeds his fucking vocal cords to sell the fact that this is like such an intense moment after all we didn't even think we can top this shit. Hold on. Commercial. Computer ad. Did you forget that it was the early fucking 2000s? Get out of here. Computer fucking ad. Neopets. Wait, what was the other one? Fucking Neopets. Fucking they didn't advertise it. What was the other one? Wizard 101. Fruit of the Loom commercial. Age appropriate, of course. Possible Huggies commercial, just in case the parents are watching. Back to the show, but fuck you. We're going to tell you what's happening in the next episode, and we're going to do that shit again. Sell it. Sell it. How many seasons of this bitch do I got? Hold on. Ass cheeks sticking all to the fucking chair. Give me a hot second. Let me find out. Let me fucking find out. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on there, Jethro. Give me a second. That's how great this motherfucker was. How were you able to pull this shit off for how many times that you goddamn did? Makes no sense. Buddy, what gin did you do work with? Who did you beckon to give you the fucking, like, hello? I'll never get rid of this shit. Dragon Ball Kai who? What the fuck is a Kai? What the hell is a Kai? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then GT plus. Well, you can't count the movies because they didn't work in that same formula. Buddy, holy fuck. Over 10 iterations of bullshit that you continue for 30-minute episodes to be chopped up in that exact order and have that shit continue to work. And buddy, did it work every time. There was never a time, even for this shit, people shit on GT. Piss off if you. I don't even give a fuck about canon. I never gave a shit about canon. I fucked with GT. I remember when I was in college, if I was smart, buddy, I wouldn't have this shit. I got this shit in college when I was sitting here trying to flex on motherfuckers with my student aid I have to pay back. I ain't give a fuck about canon. GT's the shit. And this motherfucker somehow not only pulled that shit up, continued it into my adult age. He had the nerve to pass the fuck away, pull a whole ass Jesus Christ, unify the fucking planet, and then literally say, adios. Here's my protege. I hope you guys like him. By the way, everything's canon. Fuck you. Are you kidding? Do you know the biggest fucking debate in school was whether or not the Broly movies actually connected with the fucking anime? Do you understand? For years, people was trying to convince motherfuckers, no, Cooler is Frieza's brother. Cooler doesn't actually exist. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? For the longest time, this is what the fucking AF series was built off of. Which doesn't make sense for some reason. Because I heard, I'm not sure if it's true. Come join the conversation, Mr. Chomp. It's hard to do it from over there. I heard that Toyotaro was the one who came up with AF. Bitch, I knew about AF back when YouTube was good. Back when YouTube was good, there was talks of AF. Somebody coming out with Dragon Ball AF, all kinds of shit going out there. What doesn't make sense is how all of the AF shit, and I know it was that. It was built off of this design, because when we was playing Mugen, the Super Saiyan 4s and the 5s and the 5.5s and all that shit, all based off of this shit. And then we come in and we get Blue, got Ultra Instinct. The shit looks cute, but why it doesn't look as like exaggerated as this blows my mind. Blows my mind. We're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna put that down for right now. We're gonna put that down for right now and talk about, for years, this man said, allow me to entertain your children right after they get home from school. You still got like 30 minutes of work. You say you're gonna be home. You need more time? Oh, shit! Look, just throw on DBZ. I got you covered. Matter of fact, I got you even doubly covered. Throw on the back-to-back episodes if we have the dual promo. Matter of fact, I got you even dually covered this weekend. Let's have a marathon. Fuck it. Season 1 through 5. Season 1 through 5. Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking legendary. And y'all are arguing that Goku ain't even in the top 3 of your considerations for top 3 best anime of all fucking time. When you can name me, and we're not talking about Marvel, we're not talking about DC, we're talking about anime as a whole. When you can name me any other anime that has contributed so hard to the anime and manga community, the manga artship, the anime artship as a whole, if you can name me any other more influential artist other than the man that was responsible for this shit right here, all of this shit right here, then y'all can fucking argue till the goddamn cows come home and they dicks turn blue about who the fuck is in the top 3. But unless that motherfucker has transcended literal life itself, do you understand? There are motherfuckers who study ideals to try and transcend life to do what Akira Toriyama did within a span of a damn day. Bitch, it's like somebody made a wish on the Dragon Balls themselves. I remember listening to that shit. The fuck you mean everybody stopped fighting for Akira Toriyama? You got it like that? They treat this motherfucker like Michael Jackson get treated in America and like Jackie Chan get treated in China. The fuck are we talking about? It's like somebody literally made a wish on the dragon. He probably had Dragon Balls or Crystal Skulls, made a wish on them bitches, and then pieced. Matter of fact, Shinra, he could have gave them shits for free. Oh shit, Akira Toriyama? Yeah, pal, what's up? You don't even have to ask. Let me know what you want. Free of charge. Some Piccolo shit. Are we kidding? And DBZ's not top 3 over Naruto, pal. Who's making this list? Who's making this list? Fuck that. Fuck that. When y'all can show me three animes and their artists and their work as a whole that has literally is so fucking influential that has transcended its own universe and goes out into others. You got TV shows, you got fucking music videos, you got music artists, you got people that don't even know what the fuck a Dragon Ball Z is. They'll see you do some of this shit and they'll know, oh, you're one of them Gokus. You're one of them Gokus. Until you can show me 3. Hold on. I need 3. If I ever see one of these debates again, I'm gonna need 3 animes or mangas and their artists and every so like you have the artists or whoever created the thing that you like. 3 of them that have transcended their own work and it's so goddamn influential. You have parades about it. You have books about it. You have so many references about it. They've made merch. They have a Goku Day. All kind of video games out the wazoo. And was so powerful they did something. It doesn't have to be peace by death. It doesn't have to be like, it wasn't even technically a, it was just like, hey, y'all, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And not taking it that casual. It's just thinking lightly about like a somber situation. However, it don't have to be kick the bucket and then something like big happened because it has to be as like influential as what the fuck happened when that man passed. That there was so much goddamn peace because of the respect for them. You can name me 3 anime or artists, anime, manga or artists that have done that in the way that Dragon Ball has, to where this shit is far beyond, it can't even be contained in its own universe. Then y'all can say, you give me 3 of them motherfuckers and give facts and give like you real life experience, so long as they actually happen, then I'll be like, okay, they deserve to be in the top 3 over this shit. Do you understand, pal? This shit was so fucking, I'm gonna tell you how fucking influential this shit was. This shit was so fucking influential back in the day, before, how can I say this shit? Back in the day, when TV stations were still like trying to figure themselves out and shit like that, right? We had because the Spanish channel was always a thing. But what's crazy to me is we had the Spanish channel, but for some reason the Spanish channel had the Japanese episodes of Dragon Ball, and they were way ahead. Now, mind you, when I was a kid, like Dragon Ball, they were like, I think, coming out of elementary school, they already had this. They already had Dragon Ball GT, which was a surprise to me. I didn't know that until later. However, we were still only thinking that Goku hadn't even was trying to find out how to get the fuck off of planet Namek after he done just demolished Frieza. We didn't even who the fuck is this green dude with a goddamn ball bucket on his head squeezing the life out of his child? Like, that's how crazy this shit was. No other and they didn't play anything else after that. It was strictly it was like Dragon Ball, and then they went into the novellas for some fucking reason. That's how, buddy, everybody fucked with it. It wasn't just like some superficial, oh, like, hey, what's your favorite shit? Hey, what's your favorite shit? Buddy, we were known in high school. You want to know how wild I was in high school? That used to be our shit. Even for people that didn't fuck with Dragon Ball like that. We'd be in the hallway powering up. Motherfucking Jalen the Super Saiyan? Jalen the fucking Super... It's so powerful, it created its own meme without even trying. Do you understand the goddamn belly aches we've had from, like... Pow. Just Kameo waving people out of random in the hallway, and then it was like... Motherfuckers just like, oh, I don't know Dragon Ball, but what they're doing looks like fun. It was so fucking influential. Naruto never did it for me. Whatever the fuck was out there, and that's not to say there aren't other influential things out there, like the whole mech genre. Sure, that's cool, but how integral to life is the shit that you're comparing, that you're trying to put up at the top 3 over the Z Warriors and Fam? How integral is important is it to life? There's no way it's more important than the legacy of a legacy and a stain the name DBZ has created. This shit's wild, man. It's wild. I sincerely doubt that's nuts. AM or PM? That's a story bit. I'll have to get to that later. I sincerely doubt that you know the true, like, legacy. Like, legacy's the best word. I sincerely doubt you know the true legacy of Kakarot and friends if you're actually arguing that none of them deserve a top in and then you have to be your top 3. The overall collective top 3, pal, nothing compares. Quite literally nothing compares. If it weren't a cartoon, I truly believe Dragon Ball would have actually no, it did. What's crazy, which I was about to say, if it weren't a cartoon, Dragon Ball will have the same amount of influence that somebody like Michael Jackson had. It did. It transcended. That's how crazy it is. It transcended its own art form. It moved beyond. Like, some things can only stay within its same medium, given how it's like written or how it's formed or made. Somehow Dragon Ball literally, like, it's so fucking egregious. It moved itself out of its own universe. And now it's like implanted into our shit. If aliens really were to come down here, or if something were to happen to the outer universe that we know as today, in 5,000 years down the line, somebody's looking back and is like, hey, so what about those year 2000, those 2000ers? What about those? What about those duo millennial motherfuckers? How'd they do? Right? Or even or pre, like, nature and science and intelligence and God infused and all this other shit and blah 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 yada yada. Some shit nobody's fucking ready for. Anywho, imagination takes you funny places. Suspend the disbelief with me for 5 seconds. You have this advanced race of beings that are so fucking advanced they can look back on time capsules of the past and be like, hey, so how about those pre-us era guys, right? This will be ingrained in their motherfucking DNA. This shit will be in their databanks. This shit will be, like, embedded within nature. I don't believe, after seeing what happened to the legendary man himself after he passed, I sincerely don't believe there will ever be, from that point moving forward, a time where we will, like, never know Dragon Ball. The games could suck. They can come out with another Evolution movie. It could be trashier than the last. and like somebody could do their best to tarnish the name of Dragon Ball, and it will always have the like, it will always have a place in history. It's wild. It's wild when we think of shit like that, and that's how much times are changing. Because when we think of shit like that, we think of, oh, the legacies that's going to be left behind. And when I was in school, I read about Mona Lisa. When I was in school, I read about Isaac Newton. When I was in school, Carl Sagan told me that this is the reason that the Earth really isn't flat. Blah blah blah, yada yada. All this other shit. All the shit that people are going to be learning about, and one thing that will eventually have to stick its head out, not even eventually, it'll just be apparent. Be like, hey, Dragon Ball somehow helped shape culture. What do you mean? What do you mean it helps shape culture? What do you mean a story about all this kid wants to do? Because really, he was just built to fucking destroy. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. All he wanted to do was fight and push beyond his limits. This show about being more than what the fuck you were made to be, and going beyond that in numerous unimaginable ways, has like embedded itself within the nature of life itself. That's crazy. That's crazy. 1,000 years ago, somebody would have remembered something completely different, which wouldn't even been something to be remembered. Somebody could have been thinking about the fucking Michelangelo. Somebody could have been thinking about the goddamn thinker, the sculptor, the painting. Somebody could have been thinking about, oh, well, do you remember this prince in Egypt? How would you be able to tell AM or PM? Oh, maybe that's the point. I mean, if it's a dream, nothing is supposed to make sense here. For all intents and purposes, it says dream, but Yarnum is literally somebody's personal hell. Maybe it's the moon presence. Like, what if the people of Yarnum, or what if the people who know of the lore of Yarnum think that the moon presence is like the overall overlord of the hunter's nightmare and the hunter's dream? But what if somehow it's entrapping it there? It's weird. It's a crazy thought. Crazy thought. I'm gonna assume that it's not even supposed to make sense or be a set time when it rings. That's wild. That's wild. I'm forming my own lore. I think it's rare when I do that. I'm usually just hearing like a Vati video talk about this, other people speculate this. Now I'm coming up with my own shit. I do believe that was like the intended experience of Miyazaki. Perhaps even mirroring the message of the game. Having your own personalized experience. Your own personal like this game as a whole is a personalized hellscape for whoever dreams up the maddening dream enough to want to come here and experience Yarnum and all this other shit. Perhaps, actually, I know that's the deal with Miyazaki. I'm just trying to, for some reason, tie it back into Bloodborne. I'm hella digressing. Bitch, history will never forget this. History will never forget this. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Your Kishimoto's, your JJK's, your Full Metal Alchemist, anything that you can name or think of was influenced by this man. And it wasn't until now that I sat and realized dude's legacy is wild. And what's crazy, baby boy ain't even just got Dragon Ball on his shit. Fucking Dragon Quest. Fucking, dude, there's so much shit that I don't even fucking partake in myself. But I know it's massive with his name attached to it. That's wild. That's wild. And there's those that argue like, oh yeah, no, Dragon Ball's casually not top 3 anime of all time. The anime that helped shape all the other anime into existence is not in your top 3. You're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to have an opinion. But when we're talking about collective, when we're talking about of all time, for everybody, buddy, there's no way. There's no way. This isn't me being like, it's me being biased. But this isn't me being like unnecessarily biased. Buddy, we're looking at facts, we're looking at history, we're looking at collective personal opinion, and we're looking at the overall greater whole of what makes this. Matter of fact, at least in my life personally, even from people, this is what's wild about it, even from people that don't play the games or watch the anime and shit like that, I don't believe that there was ever a time in all of the blotches of memories where my mind's like trying to puzzle shit together that they could do its best to remember. I don't think there's ever a time where like somehow, I mean, not these DVDs, I didn't get these shits till I was in college. I do believe I would go, I probably would get this set because this shit is rare. I don't see this anymore. The set I personally have. I'm sure you can go online and get it, but at the time, this shit was rare to have all of this. Like I have motherfuckers crazy come to me be like, "Hey, dude, let me borrow your DBZ." Like I'm not bullshitting. Motherfuckers be like, "Hey, yo, buddy got the DBZ shit." And I'd be like, "Yeah, I got the DBZ shit. You gonna let me borrow the set? I'll let you borrow the set as long as you bring my shit back," which most of them did. I think it was only one time, one or a couple times where I lent my shit to somebody and it came back like broken or cracked. These though, they knew not to fuck with my shit. These were my babies. This is I should have did that mean. These are my what's the guy from Sursa? These are my ladies. Dude, get the fuck out of here. Get the I see. Are you enjoying yourself, Mr. Chong? Buddy, I know y'all see how big Mr. Chunk actually is. This motherfucker is literally trying to fit himself in this box. What do you mean you can fit? How? Secret dimensions? Where? How? Hold it though. Two more seconds. No, you're fine, Mr. Chong, as long as you don't throw up or shit in the box. Okay, I'll take your word for it. For now. I'm just yapping. So enjoy yourself. Even though I'm struggling to see how you're comfortable. But you do you. If you do you, I'm not fucking with you right now. I'm actually enjoying myself. That's why I said you enjoy yourself. For the time being, until I gotta put the shit back in the box. That's your preference. I ain't gonna fuck with it. Dude. Come on, man. We don't even know what it is about it. We don't. We can think of like think pieces, and we can sit here and try to wrap around our brain and move the psychology around, and even probably in some spaces write some kind of fucking numbers in some kind of goddamn equation. You're not like, there's no way you're gonna be able to document your way into knowing and understand what it is that like makes this shit great. Makes this shit great. I hear motherfuckers talk about like, I was just talking with somebody the other day, I think it was one of my coworkers, about like Ninja Scroll or some shit. Like how some people like, they were all about Ninja Scroll. A lot of people talk about Gundam, which I do like Gundam. I do like Gundam. Like there's so many other things back in my era, which is why I know the motherfuckers who are like Dragon Ball ain't nowhere in their top 3, not there, because this shaped your favorite top 3. I don't give a fuck what you say, buddy. Even in the Marvel and DC universe, this shaped your fucking top 3. There's nowhere you're not like even back then, they was pulling ideas from all over. Are you kidding? The numerous amount of fucking Dragon Ball references in Teen Titans. What are we talking about? It's a show I used to watch back when I was in school, Chunky. No, it's damn good. It's damn good. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, it's old now. Now you make me feel old. I don't mind it, but It's old now. No, it's not like, you know what? You brought up a good point, Chunky. I could get Pokemon. I don't have it on tape. No. Just Dragon Ball, pal. That's my fascination. If you want me to, I can start getting them for you. Even though I don't know if you really care about physical media that much, I can just really turn it on. That's what I'm talking about. You want the physical media, Chunky? What are you gonna do with the physical media? I literally can just turn it on Twitch. Pokemon is his favorite. I know, that's what I was expressing. I was letting them know. Are you gonna be okay in that box? I would hate for you to be stuck, sir. They say if it fits, it sits, Chunky. I tried to leave you alone. As a matter of fact, I tried to tell you. You hopped in there. I guarantee you can. Would you like help, Mr. Chong? Give me a second, because I got to put these away anyway. Come on. You did it! Like, you went head first and all. I'm still figuring out how you just, like... Come on. Think twice before jumping into a box you've never been in before, son. My only advice to you, amongst other things. Do we ever find out the purpose of the bell in this? Like, other than, like, hey, I think it was to signify that the hunt was starting. It was to signify that the hunt was starting. Oh, that could be it. If the hunt is always, like, starting and never ending, then it would make sense for it to just only be one time. Whoever is the lucky fuck that just gets to sit there for an eternity and ring that bell and not have to deal with all the horrors. Unless for some reason the hunter just was going on a spree and decided to find you. You got a hunter whose player was just glitching out the game and going anywhere they wanted to. If that character existed. Or hell, the whole fucking world could just get... Buddy, we're going to like existential video game Joe Red? No! Anywho, my spiel on DBZ is done. Just understand. If you ever want this man... Hold on. Buddy... If your top 3 is gonna supersede this man right here, this fucking cretin, this flex of a badass, this shit, this motherfucker in the greatest scream known to anime, and then just the definition of aura farming, and then, hold on, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. One of the most badass fucking forms that should have been, I mean, it's in Super now. But the God shit, the God Blue, the Vegeta, all this should have been looking like this, or something adjacent. If your top 3 is gonna supersede that, buddy, this shit better transcend time itself. Time, space, and life and death, because that's literally what Akira did. By just existing, and then for some godforsaken reason, just stopped. What are we talking about, pal? What are we talking about? Now, personals I get. Personals I get because personals make sense. Like it's your personal shit. I'm not knocking your personal. Just like I don't make. I mean, you can knock my personal if you want to. I'm not gonna give a fuck. I'm still gonna like. I'm still gonna like what I want to like. But the overall majority for the collective, the world, how, buddy? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's like saying, hey, what's actually wild, and what actually happened for a hot ass minute. That's like saying, Nikola Tesla did not have anything to do with the fucking overall discovery, use, and monument of electricity. Like, just straight up ignoring it. And what's wild for a hot ass minute, I didn't grow up in school learning about, I don't know who the fuck Tesla was. And then have some motherfucker name his line of goddamn vehicles after him. What are we talking about? Post some the same amount of fucking respect. That's all. That's it. Anywho, that's my rant. That's my rave. Let's find out what's going on in Bloodborne. Does this guy attack me? Oh, they don't. So, no, you do. I don't know why I thought y'all didn't do shit. Josephus Blood Vial. I think these have. Never mind. So this is the room we woke up in. Yes. Yes. However, this for sure wasn't here when we came. We must discover more. I think the only time we saw these creatures were in the Forbidden Wood. This one has a strange discoloration. Communion. If I'm not mistaken, there's somebody to fight up here. Hop up, Mr. Chalk. I put it away. I think you've had enough of jumping in the boxes today.
Oh, that's the end of the dialogue. So when we started this game, there was a lady behind the door after we had left that was asking us to bring people to her clinic so she can get them fixed. When we came back, there was a, I don't want to say obvious because I don't even think I knew when I first played it, but there was another lady at the door asking for the same thing. This was that lady. Those aliens that were out in the hallway, she was experimenting on them, trying to turn them into like kin of the Great Ones, which is why they look similar to the one in Forbidden Wood, because in the Forbidden Wood they were trying to do the same thing. Matter of fact, in the Forbidden Wood they were using forbidden knowledge against Master Willem's better. What's the term? They were using forbidden knowledge to do forbidden shit. And so that's how they were getting into the Forbidden Wood, which is why it was titled, very cheeky and on the nose, Forbidden Wood. This lady was taking the patients and trying to do the same thing. However, if you play this game, you have the choice of who you want to send where. I think there's 2 spots. Technically 3 if you tell them don't go anywhere. But all of the NPCs in the game are looking for like asylum. You can either send them here to Yosefka's clinic, or you can send them to the Cathedral Ward near Odin Chapel. If you send them here, each one of them gets turned into those blue guys by way of her, and they drop a specific item based on who you defeated, or not who you defeated, but based on who that character was. And I think the only 2 characters that we sent here. Who did we have? What did we get off that? We got the cocktail, and we also got... What else did we get from the other one? Did we get like a thing? We didn't get a carol room. Oh, we got a blood vial. So when you fight the blue dudes, because they're trying to fight you, they drop an item based on who they were. Right? Yosefka, who was the original lady, who was like, hey, can you help bring people here? I'm really, like, she was actually a good Samaritan. That was her. She got turned into a blue dude and then taken out by you because of the chick that's laying on the table right now. The other person, the reason he dropped the blood cocktail is because he was a regular, what do you call? He was a citizen of Yarnum, but he was the guy who was like, oh, whatever place that you're telling me, I'm going to the opposite because I don't you're a foreigner. I don't believe your bullshit. So he went here because we told him to go to the church, and he came here. Asshole move on me, I knew, but he literally, he wouldn't listen either way. He wouldn't have listened. And then I do believe he would have caused like drama and shit at a church. You could have sent all the fucking characters to this place and they would have dropped the items specific of them because they were being turned into blue guys. Wild. How? This is why I have questions. Especially if you're not somebody who data mines or works with anybody who's worked on Bloodborne. How the fuck would y'all know this shit? Context clues based off of shit, sure. But random little tidbits that we're supposed to, like, with no information whatsoever, the shit is actually wild. The shit is actually wild. To know that, oh, first of all, we went through all this shit that nobody would have known off the rip to get this world to do this. Now we're going through all this other seemingly random shit. Oh, look, a blue guy that was in the forest that we were in. Oh, the blue guy dropped Yosefka's blood vial. Why the fuck would they blow that? The blue guy was Yosefka. What? How? And then have it be confirmed as, yeah, that's the truth. That's why they were doing this. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I never will. Who knows? Some people's not meant to learn everything, and I acknowledge that. That's fine. I'll find out through. We got Google. Google gives the answers, or we got motherfuckers like Vachivia. They either get other motherfuckers to data mine shit for them, or
Bandai Namco's just like, hey, we like you. Here's our lore. For lack of a better explanation. But this lady, yeah, she isn't Yosef God. Honestly, don't know what this chick's name is. I mean, there is lore that names all the characters. I'm a Bloodborne fan, but I will have to sadly admit, no, I don't know everything about the Bloodlord lore. The Bloodlord lore. The Bloodborne lore. No, I don't. I don't notice that character's name. I think at one point I remembered it. But yeah. Neither here nor there. This lady was turning people into blue guys. When we lifted the veil from Rom, we basically brought truth into Yharnam of how the world was actually being run, which is by these beings that are larger than fucking life. And now what's happening? Once again, I don't know how I fucking get story off of this. What is happening is that the overall presence of the nightmare or of the dream, technically now nightmare since the veil's gone, is trying to create another child by way of impregnating other beings in the world with its itness. It is, for lack of a better fucking answer, it is quite literally cosmic horror Jesus is quite literally cosmic horror Jesus. It is implanting its babies in other humans in this world in hopes of birthing another one of it. For some reason, I don't think it's specified why certain people get picked other than the females, because they use world implications that they're the only ones that are capable of producing offspring. So other than it picking women who are capable of giving birth, there's no specifics of why they're chosen, who's chosen. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, where we get the umbilical cords are left in Adela the nun, who was actually a call girl, and then this lady whose morals are really fucked. And the thing that you find out in the lore about these people, they're not doing this for a specific reason. When the disease came over Yharnam and they were trying to find shit, they started off trying to find shit on how to fix everything that was going wrong with Yharnam. Then they started finding out that the blood of not only the beast but these alien-like beings had supernatural properties. They just start playing the fuck around. Curiosity became their moral code. Did I install the correct Bloodborne? What are we talking about here? Why would you ask that? Is that a meme question? Am I missing something? Please, do share. I have no idea what you referencing. I believe it's the right Bloodborne. It's the only Bloodborne I know. I know it well enough to know that when the sound effects was off, I was like, this ain't Bloodborne. Hold on. Yeah. So it's just kidding. Sure. Okay. I honestly don't know how to respond to that. I was expecting something profound related to Bloodborne. But yeah, I don't what is the moon presence's standards for hey, I picked this person to have my baby, as fucked as that sounds. I picked this person, and so far it seems like the people it picks are people with, if not questionable ethics, because I can't say Adela's profession is how can you say, immorally unjust. It's just her shit got her shunned from the church. That's the only connection there. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure that out within either this playthrough or another playthrough. Anywho, this lady, and by way of me just saying, and Adela are now impregnated with the alien being. The crazy part, which is why I always ask, how the fuck do y'all be finding this shit out? We need the item that is inside of her character. The only way you do that is this. And then we get this, which we need at least 3 to get the secret ending of the game. How they find this shit out it's crazy. It's immaculate to actually think that, like, and there's a possibility that there's somebody out there that was like, hey, I'm not gonna data mine the game, or I don't know how, or I'm not gonna ask anybody, I'm just figure this shit out. I'm gonna play it and figure it out, and finds out the lore and is like, hey, you know what? This makes sense as to why it happens. It makes sense. Did we need to kill it like that? That's your personal whatever the fuck. However you feel fit to, like, either play God or dish out judgment in a video game. I will leave that up to you. We did this out of pure necessity. As fucked as that sounds. Out of fucking necessity. I think if I were playing this, like, maybe if I was swinging around randomly, I would have done it, like, out of an accident. But you actually need to do that to get the item, to get to the, like, the final part of the game. And I should have 2 of these. I got one. I think I got one off of somewhere. I don't remember. I don't remember what the first one is. I know it didn't come from, like, impregnation through, like, Cosmic Jesus. This is the only one that came from that so far. Yeah, Great Relic, also known as Cord of the Eye. Every infant great one has this precursor to the umbilical cord. Every great one loses his child and then yearns for a surrogate. The third umbilical cord precipitated the encounter with the pale moon, which beckoned the hunters and conceived the hunter's dream, used to gain insight, and, so they say, eyes on the inside, although no one remembers what that truly entails. Eyes on the inside, which is nuts. It looks gnarly. Do you understand? We just play these games, but I wonder if there's anybody that thinks about, like, the actual intricacies. I don't know if that's the right word. The, like, implications of this game, because this game implies a lot. Implication for writers. I guess this is more for visual writers, right? Or for, like, visual entertainment pieces. Because when you're writing something for somebody to read, in my opinion, I mean, you can apply some shit or imply some shit. I think implication comes better as a visual thing, because you can show something meaning something without it actually showing. Like a powerful way for somebody to show that these two are, like, doing a do is to have, like, them, like, have, like, some hand puppets. And then they cut the hand puppets, and the shadow of the hand puppets is on the wall, and then the hand puppets, they go together, and then the hand puppets come out, and they got the lady hand puppet on this side, and the guy hand puppet on this side, and then you got the little baby hand puppets on it. That implied they fucked, they did the thing, and then they had the kids. That's implication. I think, big ass digressing, implication is a very powerful way of writing. It says a lot more than just, like, oh my god, I need your clothes off right now, let's do, like, in certain aspects. I'm not gonna bullshit and be like, oh, that don't work in certain aspects, but every fucking thing, y'all literally don't know how to imply some. Y'all don't know how to, like, show that character's about to lean in for the kiss, and then as they go in, you got the fucking broken ass, like, washing machine banging in the back, doo 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 doo, and then that's all the neighbors hear upstairs. They think they're hearing the bumping, or it's implied that the bumping is coming from them. Because they're like, doo, doo, doo. And the neighbor's like, oh, God, the neighbors are fucking again. But they don't know if it's really the dryer or them getting it on. Implication. I swear to God. Directors, writers, producers, use that shit more. Why y'all act like nobody understands this shit? We need detail, pal. The detail that this game gives freely. It gives so much detail, you have to concoct your own meaning out of it. It's fucking wild. Anywho, I say that to say this game implies a lot, and the fact that one of the ways to get to the ending of the game, the real ending, the true ending, or the secret ending, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is by eating these things. You have to eat at least 3 of them to make a full one inside of you. First of all, it's already wild that some cosmic being wants to surrogate another person to try and get another one of it. How the fuck that's gonna work out? Who the goddamn hell knows? Because this thing is literally larger than every other being on this planet. First of all. Second of all, these things writhe. If you were paying attention to what old girl was saying, she was like, oh my god, it's writhing. It hurts, but it feels so rapturous. Like, it's moving around in your brain. So now, you're implying that the character that I'm playing is eating these things consciously and allowing it to form itself inside of its fucking, like, wow. Wow. The implications are crazy. It's crazy. I love this game and I never miss a shot to fucking rant and rave about it. However, yes. Dude, why is that? Dude, I do love creative writing. That's what I'm looking for. Creative writing in your story. Like, implication is such a powerful fucking tool. It's not, I almost called it a trope. It's such a fucking powerful tool. To be able to say something without actually saying the thing, or do something without actually doing a thing, instead of everything just being like straight ass dick and balls like it's a fucking porn. If you rock with porno, that's cool. Just go to the fucking space for it. But writing is supposed to be like the way a writer of a book or a novel would weave their words in such a way that can literally teleport your mind into the world of the book without you even having to move a fucking beat. Movies need to do that same shit. Like, and not saying that there aren't any out there that like that. The lack of the goddamn creative writing out there is it's maddening. It's maddening. It's dwindling, and we're missing a lot of it. And you want to know why I know we're missing a lot of it? Is because a lot of it is being brought to video games. Video games has formed itself beyond its original intent to now be like this new form of media which rivals the titan of media, which was like film, TV, and radio, which is crazy. We need creative writing back. Even in something that is a visual work, I still want to use my imagination. When I go into your shit, I want to, like, back when we were in school, that's where I learned the term, like, what do you call it? Suspend your disbelief in like acting classes. That's when you're so far into the world, you're doing what they call nowadays maladaptive daydreaming, except only with that movie. That's specifically, like, you're fully there. Like, if it weren't for the border and the screen and all of this, you would actually be in a movie watching the shit. And it just have to see shit go from, like, page to page to page to page without any, like, shit in the background to look at, without any of the fucking books and shit. Like, back in the fucking Matrix, the implications and the foreshadowing was everywhere. From the very beginning of the movie, Simulacrum and Simulation, the book that Neo had all the goddamn disc in and shit like that, not knowing that this book that literally doesn't present itself in any other fucking space in the movie is letting you know subconsciously, hey, this is the world that this man lives in. This is how he's seeing this world. Nothing is its original form, by way of just a title in a book, and then even like being like, hey, here is it streamlined because it's being used as a place to hold all of his hacker shit. Like, we need things like that. We need things like, oh, they're going in for the kiss. They're about to do the do. They're about to do the honk honk. And then it cuts to another scene like, oh, they're getting it on the steering wheel, but like it's up. Oh my god. What are they doing? Where has all the writing gone? Where's the writing gone? I'm saying this like I either have plans or aspirations to like move myself forward in that space. I don't. However, when watching it, when consuming, I would like this creative shit. And I would also like it to not be attached to like a really shitty fucking human being. Have somebody make this fucking great work of art. this piece that seems like it was gifted to us to ascertain some form of knowledge from the fucking future or light years beyond, it be attached to somebody that's like, hey, fuck life and everything that everybody stands for. Her. Anywho, big digress. This shit writhing in your brain, in your fucking mind, while you, it looks like it has a chewy texture. It looks like, it looks like how a baby xenomorph looks if you were to char that shit on the grill. And you're supposed to eat this, 3 of them now. And that's not even to mention the goddamn taste. This is how you know it's a good game. This is how you know it's a good game. You're making me do things that I would otherwise be doing in a book. That I should be doing in a book. You're creating a world off of one fucking description, off of one implication, off some shit that I'm not even supposed to fucking know. How is the insight within your game transcending the game itself? Because if I didn't have the insight, i.e. having somebody on YouTube know somebody who data mines some shit that knows somebody, learn all of this shit to amass the story to be what the fuck it is today. For us to be like, yeah, that's it. That's it. Buddy. All fucking night. Shit's wild, dude. Shit's wild. And after all that, you're telling me we're supposed to munch on 3D shits. Like, how are you not like... This shit looks like it makes you want to goddamn gag. And motherfuckers, like, apparently back in Willem's day, was just down in this shit. For the fuck of it. What are we talking about here? Do y'all not love this game the way I do? Can y'all... Hey, be real with me for a hot second. Hold on. Give me... Can y'all really... Can y'all not see that? Can you... No. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Can you not see that? How the fuck can you be so sure that you can't see that if you haven't seen it? I'm going to let you marinate on that for a hot second. I'm not even going to repeat it. Because if you didn't get it, then quite frankly, it wasn't for you. Anywho, I found out that Patrick Star may be a potential op to SpongeBob SquarePants. And every time I see it, I'm starting to believe that Patrick SquarePants might be an actual op. Patrick SquarePants? Whoa, pal. What a reality warp. Patrick Starfish might actually be an op to Mr. SpongeBob. It's wild. It's wild. What's also wild is, can y'all not see that? Let me stop. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do that and fuck up somebody's whole day. Somebody might have, like, be paranoid and have anxiety. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? See what? See what? I do some goofy shit like, I'm trapped in your screen. Send help and taquitos. What, you guys didn't already know? Why do you think you only ever see me behind a screen? Why do you think you only ever see me online? What do you mean you didn't know I was a part of your imagination? What? Let me stop. I don't want to fuck up the white day. Respectfully. I mean, unless you deserve to have your head fucked with, then, buddy, I hope you're like, doing a spiral something serious. But if you mean well, I don't want to push the shit as much as I do like psychological horror. As much as I do like things that really make you question what it is that you're watching exactly in front of you. make you question, make you wonder, make you ponder. I genuinely do. But I understand, especially given the world that we live in, that might trigger a lot of things for some people. Well, if you were wondering, that's the kind of vibe we bring around here. Naturally or for the worst. I don't do it on purpose. I promise. I don't. However, unfortunately, it does happen. Unfortunately, it does happen. If you're at a point, just know if you're ever at a point where you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I understand you might not have the insight, so I let it be. You do your thing. I will be glad to be the crazy cook that just rumbles and spews a whole bunch of bullshit left and right, meaning absolutely nothing. So long as it makes sense in my head, so long as I've seen it to be true, I will not change my mind unless proven otherwise. I don't need to convince y'all. I'm just saying. What the fuck is he talking about? I don't know, but just let him speak. He looks funny. That kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I say that and make it seem like I'm talking to you specifically, the motherfucker that pretending like they want to scroll by but then slip down but don't actually click inside the stream, you just sit at the, like, the front page. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm talking to you. You specifically. I won't fuck with you like that. Unless for some reason, if I wake up and hit go live and like, no, motherfucker, I'm talking to you. Somebody might actually hit me with the, well, what the fuck I have sitting on my kitchen table right now. Like, let's go. Don't do some shit like that, because if I actually sit there and say tomatoes and you got a whole goddamn cornucopia of tomatoes and veggies and other assorted fruits sitting in your shit on the counter, don't say nothing. I just made a motherfucking guess. For all I know, you got a goddamn cat turd on your shit. Anywho. Bloodborne. Bullshit. Digress. Crazy guy talk. Halfway makes sense? Wait a minute. No, that can't be right. A quarter of the way makes sense. What? Even that? No. It's impractical. Wait a minute. There's reason and logic behind what he's saying? Stop. Now you're being vain. Now you're getting ahead of yourself. Please don't. It's only a Tuesday. Mr. Chunk. I was getting ready to wild out and you weren't there. That was supposed to be my crash out segment, and Mr. Chunk, he wasn't there for that. Never mind. Crash out over. Forget everything I said for the last 5 minutes. Unless for some reason you're happening to watch the VOD and you wanted to know exactly what I was talking about, and just rewind for at least like 30 minutes and 2 seconds. Somewhere around that time. And then play it back until it makes sense. If it does make sense, don't know what that was. I didn't do that on purpose. I swear to shit. I was. Anywho, creative writing. Whether you're doing a visual project or whether you're doing a book, please use your imagination. The same fucking imagination that had us all sitting in boxes. The way that SpongeBob and Patrick was sitting in the boxes before that episode even came out. The same fucking imagination. I guarantee you there will be 1,000 different works and 1,000 different books and 1,000 different audiobooks and 1,000 different, like, hell, if anything, the audiobooks and the books do it better. All of these ways to tell or do a certain art. And I guarantee there will be a numerous amount of ways to kiss a person, to romance a person, to like get revenge on a person, to take somebody out, to do all this other stuff, blah blah yada yada. In what way can you like imply that the thing happened without it actually happening? In what way can you be creative about the thing that you're trying to do? Buddy, could it be that the age of remakes and redos and remasters are waning upon us? This is something to ponder on, Mr. Chonk. What is your take on the remakes? Do I have to let you know about remakes? Do you not know what those are? Like, he wants kisses. Oh, wait. First you have to come closer. Yes. Hey! I know what you're trying to do. I know what... Wait, why did I get a... What the hell? What the hell? No, you're fine, Mr. Chomp. I was responding to something. Mm-hmm. You're cool, pal. Eyes on the inside. Well, her story's done. I genuinely don't remember this character's name. I gotta look that shit up now. Omniscience. Nigh omniscience at our fingertips. Bloodborne. Have there you go, colors. Mergo. Yosefka. Can we use ways to attain Mergo's wedding arms? Abandoned Workshop, that was the first one we got. So we found it where the doll was. They had already had an umbilical cord somehow. Killing the baby. No, not that one. Dropped by Yosefka. Why do they call this woman Yosefka? That's not her. That's the imposter. So was she only labeled as Yosefka? Because this is the real Yosefka. This is the one we were talking to at first. This isn't the one we just took the umbilical cord from. There are in fact two Yosefkas, the real one and an imposter. So she's only an imposter. The real one is the first one you meet through the door. She is kind, compassionate, and gentle. Yes, I explained this. And when a player attacks, she asks, "Please stop." We don't do that. She's nice to us. The imposter was harsher in the way she speaks, laughs maniacally. Later in the game, you attack the door. She starts spouting mean words to the player and refuses to talk to you in aftermath. Yes, I explained this. I genuinely did. Hold on. Imposter. That's what I'm saying. Wait, if you didn't get that far, this is like hella spoiler warning for Bloodborne. But yes, there was Yosefka, who is this lady, who is the lady you first talked to, and then there's the imposter who we took the umbilical cord from. But I thought she had a name. I didn't know she was just imposter Yosefka. Like, I thought she had her own fucking character. She didn't even have a name. Imposter Yosefka sees her experiment. I literally, like, explained to y'all all this shit. I'm not being rude to you. You literally just got here. I'm talking about the motherfuckers who are appreciating the VOD. That's crazy. How I'm speaking to VOD watchers who are in the past, in my current now, from the future, which will soon be the past, to the past. Time is wild, pal. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yourself Clinton did. Yes. Is she literally only imposter? That's nuts. That's nuts. I thought she'd have like some interesting character. She's only known as being an imposter. That's crazy. And I don't think there's any more to her story other than that. Beating the game twice, having a self-complete character, copy 1-1. Why'd you say imposter like that then? what was the gist of that? Let me see. Yeah, what the fuck? That's weird. Amogus? I'm assuming you're talking about Among Us, which I wouldn't be able. If you're memeing, I don't know too shit much about that game. I don't. There's nothing good or bad to say. Like, I'm almost indifferent about Among Us. I don't know shit about it, so I wouldn't know. I thought you referenced something about that. I thought you were as confused as I was. Why the fuck she's only imposter person? Yeah, I was memeing. Dude, I be trying to tell y'all. I know, like, I don't want to contribute it to my age, but some shit y'all be memeing about, I don't know. I think I told somebody else that came in here, if you meme around here, you gotta treat me like I just woke up today and I'm out of the loop on like all the slang. Y'all gotta keep me updated because I don't know. I stopped keeping up with that shit like after college. So if y'all say some shit, I either know because I hear other motherfuckers talking about it and I just so like randomly know, or like y'all say something and I'm like, oh shit, let me go look up Urban Dictionary. They said shawty is fine shite. What does that mean? What does that mean? What is a fine shite? That's what I'm saying, Chuck. What do you mean? What do you mean, Cybao? I thought we weren't allowed to have thoughts. Why is it all of a sudden a bad thing? Especially when it bops. I can't have bouncy thinking thoughts. Yes, pal. I'm treated like that. I'm not joking. I'm laughing because I like to laugh at myself, but I'm like dead ass. I'm fucking serious. Anywho. I think we've expended all the lore in this area. It's time to move on. Some characters I unfortunately won't be able to finish their story with, i.e. the shit that happened with Eileen at the very beginning, which is actually wild. That she's just goddamn KO'd. I wish it was, well, ain't no point of wishing it for that shit. But it would have been nice for, there to be that item, like you have in Elden Ring, where you can revive an NPC. Unfortunately, now that Eileen's gone, so goes her story. Which, now that I think about it, really ends pretty much in almost the same way, but I would have rather see it played out naturally for the sake of Bloodborne nostalgia. For the sake of the lore. Did I kill Gatling Gun Man? Which one? There's a shit ton. Is there a specific guy I'm supposed to be looking out for? What the fuck did you... Oh! You were the guy. You were this guy. Like, Miyazaki really asked you to be, or in some aspect, even if he didn't physically fucking say it, in some facet, this man really wanted you to be Phoenix Wright when it came to trying to figure out what the fuck was the deal between what was going on. The context clues. And off the rip, you're not trying to figure this shit out. You're worried about, oh shit, like not in this moment. Like, we're pretty high level compared to this guy. But the average player, you're like, oh shit, something is coming after me that really wasn't there before. Not knowing, hey, the window's busted, and this guy was clearly turning before he turned, and this was his fate, unfortunately. Like, it's nuts. It's nuts. Dude, this is... And then this goes back into the fucking DBZ talk. This is what I mean. Y'all want them top 3 talks? Y'all want top 3s to be any fucking thing. When I'm talking about a work transcending its own art form or its own fucking medium, the fact that Miyazaki, when he wrote this shit, I believe, if I'm remembering, correct me if I'm fucking wrong, but if I heard this shit right, the way that he writes games is reflective of how he grew up learning English, which was broken and very, like, puzzled and jumbled, which influenced how he made games. We don't ever get a full story, supposedly. I could be wrong, the source could be wrong. We don't ever get a full story because he wants y'all to experience the story from his perspective of when he had to learn a new language, when he didn't have any of the information, he barely spoke it, any of this shit. That was his reasoning behind this. Other people took this formula that was, like, obviously had some kind of meaning for this guy as far as writing it into, like, almost all of his games and works, that they were like, hey, this is a neat way to write this game, or write a game, let's try this shit. And it went beyond his shit into other people's mediums. Matter of fact, who isn't doing a goddamn Souls-like? He made his own fucking genre. So if we're talking about not your personal shit, if we're talking about overall earth-wide collective, like, hey, this is the shit, top 3, when it comes to video games, Miyazaki's in there. This man is influencing mediums that don't even belong to his. You have roguelikes and RPGs and fucking hack and slash games like God of War and all this shit emulating your game design. And all you were trying to do is let the world know, hey, hi, English wasn't great learning growing up. Here's my experience in the way of a game or an art form. And everybody's like, hey, this guy knows how to write. Let's try this shit out. Yeah. And then now it's a whole fucking... The fucking media... The culture is so saturated with it. People are like, yo, when are we not going to get a Souls-like? When are we not going to get a Soulsborne? That's what I mean. Your shit transcending. So go dialing it back to the Goku shit. You want the top 3s? Your shit has to do that. To where it's influencing other people generations down the line to make shit that you're making. Whether it's simply out of love or whether it's simply out of, like, or what is it called? Creator to fan misinterpretation. By all means, that's almost all of these fucking games and series. I think it wasn't until, Elden Ring? That we started getting more bits and pieces of the story? No, I'll tell you that. Take it back. Sekiro. I think Sekiro has a pretty lenient, or not lenient. Yeah, actually, a linear story compared to Dark Souls or Bloodborne. But as far as, like, mainland series for Miyazaki, Elden Ring was like one of the ones outside of Sekiro that had, like, a story where you didn't have to reach. Like, you barely had to reach for that shit. The world was already expansive, so it made sense for him to put more of the story in there and in the items compared to this shit. This shit is like... It's like old school gaming at its finest, encapsulated into a modern set. Back when we didn't have books and the internet and all this other shit, we had to just figure this shit out. This is what the fuck this is. It's so good. It's so good. Saw Starved Beef referenced in Borderlands 3. I was like, damn, how popular. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We were talking about influential like series, and I brought up Dragon Ball Z being one of the top 3 shit. Having an argument with myself. Dragon Ball Z being the top 3, and what would contend somebody to be in that top 3 along with it is that your art has to transcend its own media. Bloodborne does that, which is why if anybody were to talk about like top 3 to top 5 video game creators of all time, Miyazaki would be in there, because other people outside of his intended audience, outside of his intended genre that he made for himself, I don't even know if he coined that shit. Other people coined it for him. Soulsborne, by way of him making his games, other people are doing it now and influenced by it on a wide scale. Like, we're talking about power scaling artists. Like, if you had the power scale artists, fucking people like Miyazaki and Toriyama would be universal. They'd be multiversal because their shit is referenced far beyond their own media. That's an influential person. And what's crazy is neither of these people are, as far as I know, I could be wrong. We haven't heard anything yet, and fuck forbid, but as far as I know, both of these people were really decent motherfuckers to be around. That seems to be the overall like understanding. Both of these motherfuckers are really decent to be around, and both of them have medias and art forms that transcend their contained fucking universe. If artists were to be power scaled, it'd be who the fuck would it be? Toriyama, Miyazaki, Stan Lee, fucking Jim Lee, and who else? Damn, there's somebody in there that's drawing a blank. There's another artist I could throw in there. That like their shit is, it's universal, it's multiversal, it's timeless. You can go anywhere around in the world today, and like you don't even have to ask anybody to name a Soulsborne. Look at what game they're playing. You can look at what game they're playing. Some aspect of that game came from Miyazaki's shit. That's why I'm so adamant about fucking Dragon Ball. So I don't give a fuck what media. It could be real life. It could be a goddamn crime show. It could be a movie, a game, whatever the fuck have you. A goddamn Cards Against Humanity shit. Somehow Dragon Ball is being referenced. That's how fucking like cageless it is. That's what the fuck you need to take into consideration when considering top whatever the fucks of all time. Top whatever. That's how they be making the music, the like top 100 most inspired rock and roll artists of all time, is because you can. They're like, when somebody says their music is timeless, any fucking generation you can listen to their shit, and somehow not only does the message that they were conveying applies, but the music still sounds just as good as it did when it first dropped. When it first dropped, people are still talking about shit. Michael Jackson, fucking Prince, fucking Van Halen. People are still talking about these motherfuckers. They long gone. Respectfully, they long gone. But their shit is known all over the fucking world. That's influential. That's top whatever the fuck worthy. Whatever the fuck worthy. And then let's not get on the stars, pal. The entertainers are so goddamn multiversal. They play themselves in other people's works. They don't need to be another character. Like when fucking Michael Jackson was an alien in Men in Black, or that fucking meme in New Girl, where fucking Jess and Schmidt they met Prince. And then he told her, he said, "You can pass out now." He fucking fell the fuck over. That's what I'm talking about, man. Ugh. I can spew about. Just give me a reason to rant about some shit I know what the fuck I'm talking about. We'll fucking do it, pal. Fuck. Fuck. Anywho. Anywho. Ooh, give me a hot second. I'm gonna take a break. While I do so, let's all enjoy the pale blood moon. Ooh, ah. Cosmic horror, eldritch location. Oh no. Collapsing universe trope. Dream within a dream trope. Oh no. Fourth wall break? Within a fourth wall break? Have you had your fourth wall break today? Did I do that for y'all? Actually, I think I did already. I'm gonna ask you all if you can you see it? No, really, level with me. Can you really see that shit? Are we looking at the same shit? This will really tattle your noggin. Are we living? Are we living on the same planet? Are we living on the same plane of existence, pal? Are we living on the same planet? Oh, don't let me do it to you. Don't let me do it to you. You motherfuckers want to follow? You want to be around here? I'm gonna drag in my shit. Forewarning. Forewarning. It gets real kooky around here. Wait, where's my BRB? Excuse me? Where's my BRB? My Diet Dr. Kelp? How am I supposed to eat anything without my drink? And that motherfucker. The one time Squid had his shit, and this is why, when I see those theories talking about Patrick being an op, because now that I think about it, I don't remember Patrick slamming the door or slamming a pizza in somebody's face. Do y'all understand? Squidward hates SpongeBob. He can't stand that jolly motherfucker for whatever goddamn reason. Reference of the first one. Paste. Okay, yeah, new BRB. There it is. And you know what? I can't fault Squidward too much. Buddy is a misunderstood artist that just wants to be left the fuck alone. I think I can kind of level with him in my age now. Like back as a kid, I was like, fuck you, Squidward. Why are you always on SpongeBob's dick? Now I can understand. Now I get it. Dude's a misunderstood artist that just wants to go to work, make his money, go home, and be left the fuck alone. For some reason, this motherfucker SpongeBob keep popping up in his personal space. But the one time, if there's anybody I will ever be like, yo, if it really came down to it, if it really boiled down to it, they would champion for Bob, is Squidward. Because Squidward hates SpongeBob. He hates his fucking guts. He don't want to be around him. He's always annoying him. Anytime Squid get alone time or he's on his day off, SpongeBob feel like he got to pester him with shit. Okay, cool. You want your alone time. You want to be left alone. When old dude was like, hey, where's my Diet Dr. Kelp? Bitch, we drove on a fucking rock. We rode through a goddamn desert fucking, like, bullshit. A fucking storm under the ocean. We went through all of this shit. Didn't even have GPS back then. We didn't even have CPS. Actually, not. I can't. I was trying to say a pun. I was trying to say C as in SEAPS in reference to PS to the GPS, but then I realized it's like C, like the letter C, PS, and like Child Protection Service. I don't mean it that way. Anywho, bitch, we did all of this, and we forget one goddamn thing. And you worried about a Diet Dr. Kelp? Bitch, we couldn't even find your fucking place. Then come to find out you next door, and you bitch about a Diet Dr. Kelp. You had us. You ordered a pizza for you to be next door. And not only you bitching about the Diet Dr. Kelp, you could have walked your happy ass out of your house and went and got that goddamn pizza. And what's wild, pal, as a pizza delivery guy, there are motherfuckers who actually act like that. Like, y'all be seeing these shits about call centers and customer service jobs and behind the counter jobs and all this other shit. That's why I try to give public workers a lot more grace than what I did, because I had experience back there. It's motherfuckers that actually act like that got the ability to get up and walk a block to go get some shit and can order it. And the convenience of ordering some shit is not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is when you bitch for some small shit that you could have walked your ass next door to get, and we went all the way around town because for some reason your shit was unlisted. And then my man, through the fire and fucking flames, as jolly as can be, the only fucking personification of hope in this like wasteland of a fucking area that we live in, delivers your food happily to you. Matter of fact, this motherfucker constructed a pizza out of a burger under the sea at that. And you're mad about a diet drink that you could have got next door. Bitch, have a slice. When Squid said this one's on the house, buddy, he felt that shit. He felt that shit and then came back. I've never seen Squidward more happy to please SpongeBob. That's wild. Meanwhile, Patrick really was trying to beat the fuck out of SpongeBob when he was trying to get into Salty's platoon. He was trying to fuck him up. I don't know, like... And then had the nerve to do shit like when Sandy was hibernating and Patrick was the reason that these motherfuckers like had her go full ass 100% power mode a la Frieza on their ass. Buddy, something's telling me this motherfucker Squid would go to bat quite farther than Patrick would. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Anywho, far removed from Bloodborne, I know, but we digress a lot on this channel. I'll be right back. Y'all admire the pale the pale blood moon. Admire it, embrace the cute of. Look how fucking cute she is. Look at it. Hold on, I'm gonna let her do a jig. Kimmy. The fuck y'all know about that? Look at that. Kenny. Get me the fuck out of here. Give me a second. I'll be back. fucking Bloodborne, dude. There's no other game like it. I swear to shit. Should I give me something to eat? Or should I like... Good sir. Hear me. Now coming to you live, Mr. Joe.
Mais assez.
Hey, did I ever tell you about that one crazy guy that always tried to break the fourth wall? Hmm? Did I tell you about that one guy with the cat? Whose name is Mr. Chung? That always tries to break the fourth wall? What is happening, pal? I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you about that guy. Chung? Did I tell you? Hmm? Hmm? Oh, I thought you liked butt pats. You don't like butt pats? Oh. Somebody's catching the zooms. Somebody's catching the zooms. Chocolate. I would like to take a quick break so I can watch some Zim while we grub on some fruit. That sounds like a splendid idea. Ooh, excuse me. That's not what I need. Yes. 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 More Invader Zim. More Zim. Now, if there's anything I actually need to get on tape. I say tape and I really mean DVD. Whatever. That's what I call it. That's what I'm going to continue calling it. Now you know. Shit I need to get on tape. Invader Zim. Invader Zim. What's crazy is Richard Horvitz has such a unique voice that no one else sounds like him. I don't think there's another person on the planet that has his voice. I love this show. God damn. been watching. I've been down with the weird shit since I was a fucking kid. If you're not, don't waste my time. If you're not on the same timing, like, why are we even entertaining the fucking thought? Mm. I don't think you want this, Bully. What the fuck? Damn. This motherfucker did what nobody else could fucking do. That's wild. Off this little girl. Never get tired of it. mm. I straight up tried to do the Liza P thing. I gotta get used to it. Oh God, excuse me.
I actually don't think any of the people respond anymore. Yeah, all of the people back there, all the other doors that we went to before where they had like some snarky remark or some shit, everybody just stopped responding. As if everyone just either they got whisked away, put to sleep, or somehow just lost all of their humanity insanity. So they no longer like formulate actual sentences. All headcanon. But also a possibility. The world may never know. There was supposed to. Oh, is this? I was just about to talk about this. Hold on. That's the. I think that's the first time I've done that. I thought I was gonna be able to do that, but lose health. I didn't know you didn't lose health without doing an attack from the top. Excuse me, Chunky. I don't want you to bump your shit, and then I'll move the chair or something. That means she also, too, was the daughter of Gascoigne and the lady with the red brooch. However, as we process the story, progress the story, there's something a little bit more sinister about this interaction. Wait, you're not gonna do that? Forget what I just said. I gotta I gotta despawn and then respawn. Hey, come the fuck on! I was just talking about. Y'all gotta, y'all gotta fix that, man. If there's like a section where we walk away, or we're supposed to walk away, and there's supposed to be some dialogue we're supposed to catch, make it to where like the dialogue freezes our character, even if it's in an inconvenient. Well, no. Make it where the dialogue freezes our character and the overworld, so that way we can find out what the fuck was just said. She was supposed to be like in front of us. Oh no, my sister's gone, blah, 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 yada, yada. And then as we leave, she's like, what a perfectly red ribbon, and now it's all mine, type of deal. Opening up. This ruined. Oh, and now that's all she says. She's like, what do you call it? She's like relishing the fact that she has this ribbon. But this goes back to what I was talking about like the game's implications. Because so far we went back to almost like every door. Well, we passed all the other doors, but if we would have knocked on them, there would have been no response. So far, since we did the shit with Rom, almost every door that we knocked on, we have these like expressive and talkative characters. Now there's nothing coming from them, and we're coming in this window and like, oh my god, like what makes you different from like other people? Have you either changed? There's no responses. Why are you different? It's implied, in my opinion, that the way that she's acting about this ribbon and towards her sister is because of the night, because something about the dream being what it really is transforms like everybody in Yarnum and under this into like the worst possible version of themselves, or like some warped whatever that don't even belong to them. At least that's how I take it. How are you still good, pal? And the other guy, like, he went flying in one swipe. I know it technically is still early. However, I think I might end early tonight because I am getting tired and I do have work tomorrow. We'll just have to pick this up where we left off, which was grinding. But I did enjoy my thorough talk about Dragon Ball today. Reminded me of why I like this show. Actually, I couldn't tell you the why. I just know I do. Like if we're talking about the technical jits and jabs. Alright, I'm out of this thing. I will catch y'all in the next one. Anybody who swooped by or had a chat or is appreciating the VODs, I appreciate you. Y'all take it easy, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. See you in the next one. See you in the next one. Streaming. Oh, hold on, wait. I'm talking about see you in the next one. I'm expecting music to come on the screen. Or to present itself in the game when I got the shit turned down. I got it turned down. There we go. Alright. Peace out. Y'all take care of yourselves.